Hello, good evening, everyone. Hi, this is Tanu Varmani from babycode IELTS. So we will discuss today about short answer questions as well as sentence completion questions. In this session, we will discuss some of the strategies and tips for completion tasks as well as short answer. Later on, we will discuss about some of the common problems faced during short answer questions, and we will also discuss the exercises. So we will focus on the practice exercise as well. So let's get started. Let's talk about what are sentence completion questions. Sentence completion question types. In this question type, you will be given number of sentences. यहाँ पे आपको number of sentences मिलते हैं within gaps in them. And what you are supposed to do, you are asked to complete the sentences with the words from the reading. That means आपको क्या करना है? आपको sentences दिए हैं, उन sentences को आपको fill करना है. And how to fill that? You have to fill that with the words. और वो words आपको कहाँ से find out करने हैं? From the reading text. That means आप अपने text को read करोगे, अपने passage को read करोगे, and then you have to find answers of those blanks. Now these questions, they are as much vocabulary test because यहाँ पे आपको क्या करना है? You should be required to be aware of paraphrasing. आपको paraphrasing आना चाहिए because it's not कि आपको जो sentence question में दिया है वही same sentence आपको paragraph में मिलेगा. No, it can be paraphrase, right? Synonyms होंगे उसमें. Same meaning होता है synonyms का, right? Synonyms क्या होते हैं? The words with the similar same meaning, right? So you have to be careful कि आपका जो question statement है और आपका passage में जो statement है वो similar meaning होना चाहिए, same meaning होना चाहिए. तभी आप उसे identify करो और उसमें से word को select करके आप अपने answers को spot करो. Now we will discuss some example also. We will look at an example question also, right? As I told you, we will look at paraphrasing and synonym. We will look at some of the common problems, steps, and strategies. So this is an example question. Complete the sentences below. Choose no more than 2 words. So you always have to read your instructions, what your instruction says, how many words you have to write. Then this is 38, 39, 40. These are 3 questions. They're talking about sentences, right? These are sentences. So you have to find these sentences in the paragraph, the meaning of these sentences in the paragraph. You may get synonyms also for these. Now, as I told you, you won't be getting the same statement in the paragraph. There will be paraphrasing also. So, as I told you in the session number 2 of reading, you will be getting the paraphrase statement. आपको paraphrasing मिलेगी वहाँ पर, right? So, you should be aware of the paraphrasing. So, you should be aware of the paraphrasing. You should be aware of the paraphrasing also, right? Paraphrasing आपको मिलेगी. This is a reading test. Reading test में कभी भी आपको same statements नहीं मिलने वाले. You will get paraphrasing. For example, see here, most men drive cars to work. अगर आपका ये statement है, this statement is in your question. अगर ये आपको question में दिया है, तो मे भी हो सकता है passage में आपको different statement मिले. That means the majority of males. The majority of males means the most men. They use automobiles. Automobile means they drive cars to get their job. To get their job means to work. So you can see that the whole statement has the same meaning but have different words. यहाँ पे आपके words different है सारे, but meaning क्या है दोनों statement का same. Most, majority, drive, use, cars, automobiles, work, job. Males, men, right? So as you can see, both sentences का meaning exactly same है, but यहाँ पे words different use हुए. So you should be careful. जब आप sentence completion को practice करो, whenever you look for your sentences, जब भी आप identify करो, you should keep in mind कि वहाँ पर आपको different words मिलेंगे, but you should focus on the meaning, right? Let's look at some more paraphrasing examples which you get in your reading test. Now, suppose in the question you have about 1900. And in the reading test, that means in the passage, you may get early years of 20th century, right? These are the examples. These are taken by the reading test only. The records date from, so you will get begin keeping records in your reading test. Intensive burst of energy, explosive release of energy, growing international importance, increasing global participation, recognized at younger age, identified at early age, aims to develop power, focus on increasing power, inadequate diet, inadequate diet, deficiency in minerals, links to, can lead to. Current knowledge is basic. Our understanding is fundamental. So try to understand कि आपके questions में आपको ये words होंगे, but reading text में आपके different words होंगे, but the meaning is same. Am I clear, everyone? Are you getting these examples of paraphrasing and synonyms? Yes, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now let's move on to some of the strategies and tips for sentence completion questions. The very first is you have to check how many words you're asked to write. आपको कितने words लिखने हैं? The very first important thing कि आपकी instructions क्या है? Instructions plays a vital role here because if you do not follow the instruction, then you won't get any marks, right? So if you're supposed to ask write one word or two words, please follow that rule. No more than three words. No more than three words means you can write three words, but not more than that. Fourth word is not allowed, right? Then look for numbers which are written as numerically. 72. Count it as one word. 72 is counted as one word. आप इसको two words count नहीं करोगे, one word ही count करोगे. Hyphenated words are also counted as one word. For example, state of the art. These are with hyphens. So इसको हम four words count नहीं करते, इसको हम one word ही count करते हैं. No matter उसमें कितने भी hyphens हो, one hyphen, two hyphen, three hyphen, but if it is a hyphenated word, आप इसको one word ही count करोगे. Now, sometimes the question will state using the words from the text or from the text. So in this case, you should use only words from the text and not change them. Or use different forms of the. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Yes, everyone, can you hear me now? Sorry for the interruption.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's look at the another tip. The answers appear in the same order as the question also. So you should be focused on the order also. The answer to the number one will be above number two and number three also. Okay. Remember that your answers should be grammatically correct. Right? If you're not writing the answer with the grammatical correction and if it is not supporting, that means they have any errors, then it is wrong. Check the type of words that fits in the space. कि word वहां पे verb आएगा, noun आएगा, adjective आएगा और adverb आएगा. Right? When you're scanning for your answer, make sure कि आपने paraphrasing check करी है, synonyms check करे हैं. Find it out very carefully. Find where the answer is located in the text before you try to answer the question. Read the question before reading the text. So always read your questions prior, then read your text part. That means your passage part. Sentence completion strategies. Now, what strategy you can apply? Very first, reading the instructions. Second is noting how many words you can write. And write only exact words from the question part. Do not change the word. ये नहीं कि आपके passage में जो word लिखा है आप उसका synonym answer में लिखोगे. No. आपको same word को copy करना है, but it should be grammatically correct. Incomplete sentences को read करो. Think about what word form can be used. कौन सी word form use हो सकती है. And try to predict the answer. This is another an important point. अगर आप predict करते हो अपने answer को, think about keywords also, how they can be represented. Locate where the information is located by scanning. Scanning karo, keywords ko picked out karo. If you can't locate the answer quickly, move on karo. Do not waste your time. Read the incomplete sentence again. Study the reading text. Check your spellings and then repeat for other sentences also. Okay? Now let's do this exercise. Everyone ready? Yes, everyone? So what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to read your questions first, read your instructions. Choose no more than two words from the passage. So what you're supposed to do, no more than two words. That means one word or two words you can write. Okay? Now first, read the questions, highlight your words, try to find it in the passage, look for paraphrasing and find your answer. I'm giving you few minutes to do this. Yes, everyone ready? And please write all your answers in the chat box once you're done. Please find all your answers and then write in the chat box. All answers together. Yes, everyone. How many of you have done this? Okay, everyone, let's discuss the answer. The very first question says the taste is more extreme experience than the smell, and this is because of the strong pleasure relationship between dash and dash. Now, here you will get this statement. The statement is here, and the relationship between the brain and food, right? Yes.
The brain and
First answer.
food. The brain and food.
Yes, Jyoti, do you
Food.
want to say
Brain.
something?
Brain and food.
Yes, correct. Second. Now let's look at the second one. It is universally acknowledged that dash is the ultimate pleasurable taste sensation. So it's sweetness,
Sweetness.
right?
Hmm.
It's sweetness.
Yes, ma'am.
Third
Hmm.
one, the famous French writer Marcel Proust,
Yes,
right?
this is the
The words sugar, honey, sweetie, they are used
term of
by lovers as a
endeavor.
term of endearment. In spite of gaining attraction for its sugary taste, no one is sure what exactly makes a dash sweet. What exactly makes a sweet and
Substance.
sweet, right? So you can check all your answers. Yeah. Now let's move on to the short answer questions. Any doubts in sentence completion part?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay. So what are short answer questions? These are also called as comprehension questions. Comprehension questions, like we used to do in our school days also. You will be having the passage, and on the basis of passage, you have to find the answers for your questions, right? So same way also, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to find the answers for those questions. Let's have a look at the example also. Now, what the common problems faced during short answer questions? Synonym, paraphrasing. This is the biggest problem that students face, that they have paraphrasing. Question is different with keywords. Passage is different with different keywords, right? So students who are aware of these, they tend to look for keywords in the text that directly matches to those in the question. सो उन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बहुत इजी हो जाता है, दोज हु आर अवेयर ऑफ पैराफ्रेजिंग, कि उन्हें पैराफ्रेजिंग मिलेगी, दे विल लुक फॉर द एंटायर मीनिंग ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट, राइट? बट अगर आप ऐसा नहीं करोगे, दिस विल वेस्ट लॉट ऑफ टाइम, एंड गुड टाइम मैनेजमेंट बहुत जरूरी है फॉर योर रीडिंग टेस्ट, बिकॉज यू हैव लिमिटेड टाइम टू डू योर 3 passages. वर्ड लिमिट कैन ऑल्सो बी अ प्रॉब्लम अगर आप उसे फोकस नहीं करते. इफ यू राइट ओवर द स्टेटेड वर्ड लिमिट, जो वर्ड लिमिट बोली अगर आप उससे ओवर लिखोगे या लेस, then you will get the answer wrong. You don't have to read every word of the text. आपको सारे words को read नहीं करना. This test is your ability to skim and scan for specific information. आप specific information के लिए read कर रहे हो, so you also won't have time to read every word. आपके पास सारे words को read करने का time नहीं है. You are focusing on some keywords, scanning specific information के लिए, right? Students, they often see a word they don't understand in the question or text, or either panic or spend too much time on thinking about the meaning. So do not try to understand the meaning of every question. Try to understand the context of the statement, right? Some students, they try to write full sentences. No, your answers don't have to be grammatically correct. सो स्टे अंडर द वर्ड लिमिट. ये आपके शॉर्ट आंसर क्वेश्चंस है, यहाँ पे आपको ग्रामेटिकली करेक्शन नहीं चाहिए, वो सेंटेंस कॉम्प्लीशन में चाहिए, राइट? नाउ व्हाट आर द स्ट्रैटेजीज? रीड द इंस्ट्रक्शन केयरफुली एंड नोट डाउन योर वर्ड लिमिट. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, रीड एंड अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चंस कि आपको फाइंड क्या करना है. थिंक अबाउट द इंफॉर्मेशन जो आपको फाइंड करनी है. कीवर्ड्स को अंडरलाइन करो. थिंक अबाउट सिनोनिम्स की क्या सिनोनिम टेक्स्ट में अवेलेबल हो सकता है इन कीवर्ड्स का. फाइंड द पार्ट ऑफ टेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 1 रिलेट्स टू. आप क्वेश्चन 1 को फाइंड आउट करो, वो कहाँ पे अवेलेबल है, उसको रीड करो, आंसर को चेक करो, आइडेंटिफाई करो अपने आंसर को, एंड देन कंटिन्यू विद द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, राइट? नाउ व्हाट स्किल्स आर टेस्टेड? आपकी कौन सी स्किल्स यहाँ पे टेस्ट हो रही है? फर्स्ट इज कि आप पैसेज को स्किम कर रहे हो क्विकली या नहीं, अंडरस्टैंड कर रहे हो ओवरऑल मीनिंग को. सो दीज स्किल्स आर बीइंग टेस्टेड इन दिस टेस्ट. स्कैनिंग फॉर स्पेसिफिक इंफॉर्मेशन, अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन बीइंग आस्क्ड, कीवर्ड्स आइडेंटिफाई करना, पॉसिबल सिनोनिम्स के बारे में समझना, एंड paraphrasing also. So all these skills are tested in your reading exam. Okay. Some of the tips for your short answer questions. Answers appear in the same order as the text. Look and understand the question first before you start reading the text. What is the question actually asking for? अगर आप question को read करते हो, then you understand, right? You will be probably be given a word limit. For example, no more than 3 words and or a number. Make sure you do not go over this limit. आंसर्स डू नॉट नीड टू बी ग्रामेटिकली करेक्ट. यहाँ पे आप शॉर्ट आंसर कर रहे हो, तो आपको जस्ट शॉर्ट में आंसर लिखना है, आपको ग्रामेटिकल करेक्शन नहीं देखनी. डोंट गिव योर ओपिनियन, जस्ट द आंसर इन द टेक्स्ट. Keywords in the question will normally be your noun or noun phrases. So when you find your keywords, always think about synonyms and paraphrasing also. So please be ready. Here's a question part on my screen. Is it visible to everyone? Yes, everyone? Is this
Yes, ma'am.
visible? Okay, so you have few minutes to do this. There are 4 questions. You have to read the questions first. What does your word limit? Your word limit says no more than 5 words. So you cannot write more than 5 words. You can write less than 5 words. Read the questions, predict the answer. Think of the synonyms also you might get in your passage. In which year did the US have its second zoo? What transition did the US see in the late 19th century? What were the reasons behind city people connecting to nature? So you're looking for the reasons. What additions did the school curriculum see? So you're looking for additions. Please read the question part carefully. Is everyone done? How many of you have done? Yes, please.
Yes, I'm done.
Please be quick. The 4 questions are supposed to be done within 4 minutes, not more than that.
Ma'am, I did that.
If you have done, you can write all your answers in the chat box, please.
Ma'am, I already did it. wrote it.
Mm. Your name is Meet.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
great. Okay, let's discuss the answers, everyone. What about others? Yes, everyone. Okay, what is the first answer? In which year did the US have its second zoo?
1940 century.
Yes, I can't hear you. Please be loud. Can anybody tell me? In which year did the US have its second zoo?
187.
1875.
1875. 1875. Now, why is it? Because first zoo in the US opened in Philadelphia in 1874, followed by Cincinnati Zoo in the next year. So 1874 का next year क्या होता है? It's 1875, right? So the first answer is 1875. What transition did the US see in the late 19th century? So look for late 19th century. It is here. The zoos came into existence in the late 19th century during the transition of US from rural and agriculture nation to industrial one. So क्या transition हुआ था? Rural and agriculture से industrial का transition हुआ था, right? उन्होंने पूछा what transition? Next, what were the reasons behind city people connecting to nature? So what do you think? What were the reasons? क्या reasons थे? So read here, the population more than doubled between 1860 to 1990 as more middle class people live in cities. They began seeking new relation with the natural world. Natural world. So as a place for recreation, self-improvement and spiritual renewal. So what were the reasons? क्यों वो connect हो रहे थे nature से? Because of these reasons. What additions did the school curriculum see? Nature study was incorporated into school curriculum and natural history became an increasingly popular pastime. So school curriculum में क्या introduce हुआ था? Nature study. It was incorporated, that means it was introduced in the school curriculum. Yes, everyone clear? Please check all your answers. Who got all correct? I guess Deepika got all correct. Yes, Deepika? Meet got second one
Yes,
wrong.
ma'am.
Meet got second one wrong. And nobody else has written here. Okay. So clear? So I hope
Yes, ma'am.
now you're clear with your doubts and queries for sentence completion as well as for the short answer questions. Okay. So thank you so